what I go through.
Okay.
My mom's passing. I started taking her.
2 CR 6941, State of Texas versus Crystal Colleen Cherry. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Thank you. Welcome to the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
Robert Porter for Ms. Chair.
And are you Ms. Cherry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Porter, you were appointed recently to represent her. Have you had ample time to speak with her and confer?
I have you.
All right, and are you waiving your notice?
I have you.
Ms. Cherry, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Crystal Colleen Cherry who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 6941 for the offense of assault on a public servant on January 30th, 2023 for a period of 2 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, state?
Violating condition number 4, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Crystal Colleen Cherry did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August and September 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, we waive the other violations alleged in the motion.
Any objections?
No objections.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you deny the motion, continue the defendant on probation, alter and amend the conditions for weekly reporting for 1 month, dual diagnosis the dual diagnosis outpatient program, and then the access program.
It's going to be a referral to the access.
Okay. All right. Is that the proposed agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Ms. Cherry, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Crystal Colleen Cherry.
All right. Do you have support
Yes.
outside? And who would that be? Is it relatives or
I have friends.
friends? All right. And who would you be staying with if you were released?
I'll stay with my friend Brian Bruce. He lives right up the street, North Rio Street.
All right. Do you have any family members?
I do. I don't stay with my dad because he's getting a little bit older, and he just stays a wild child of the whole family,
Okay.
and nobody understands what I go through.
Okay. So,
Sorry,
oh, no
I
problem.
go through a lot. This month is with my mom's passing. I started taking her.
All right.
Yesterday was her passing, 2011. So I take it hard. And then I don't have my kid.
All right. So where are your children? Where are your children?
My family doesn't let me see my kids.
All right. How many children do you have and what are their ages?
I have a 14-year-old. She's with my godmother, who's my mom's best friend, but she won't let me see her.
Okay. So you just have one child?
I have 3.
All right. So what are
And
they?
then my middle child, my grandparents' girlfriend lied to the state, saying I never took care of my child when I was there.
Okay.
And the youngest, they terminated my rights.
Okay. All right. So are you receiving any type of SSI?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I understand the wanting of the weekly reporting, and that's so that we can make sure that she's on track. But, and I don't have a place for her to stay, but I'm a little bit concerned about this person who lives up the street. She really needs a stable place. Council, they do have the community court, which is next door. And I think they'll be able to help her with housing because she probably needs to be in a place where she has a case manager and everything. And I know that you have a case manager.
I have true mental health. They've been helping me. I've been with them almost ever since my mom passed away.
All right. So I'm going to need you to make sure you give those names to
I have
probation.
different caseworkers, but I do have like total 7 case managements.
All right. And we're going to make sure that counsel, I'll need her to sign a release, at least probation will, and I'll pull that up to give to you.
And I was with them before they arrested me.
With case managers?
Yes, when I was seeing them and they came to my friend's house, my friends told me that they came to my house when they just found out I got arrested.
All right. And can you make sure that goes to Mr. Porter? All right. So have you been receiving your medications at the jail?
They're not the medications I need to be on. I have different medications. I have back problems and
But at the jail, have they given you any medications for mental health?
yes, they have.
All right. So this is what the court is going to order. We're going to do weekly reporting by Zoom or in person. And that weekly reporting will continue until she is in the access program. And counsel, if you're able to provide probation with her case managers, then I'll reconsider that. But I just want to make sure that there's someone that she can go to and all these services can be set up through them. And you all said dual outpatient treatment, dual diagnosis outpatient treatment. Is it dual diagnosis outpatient treatment through access? Okay. So there'll be dual diagnosis through probation. And I don't believe anger management was previously ordered. So I'm going to ask for anger management. And field visits 1 time per month until she's in the access program. And will that cover as far as her being on the mental caseload, Ms. Abrams?
No, so if she is already going through the Center for Healthcare Services, we need to confirm that because if she's already going through the Center for Healthcare Services, they'll deny the access program. So do we know for where?
I don't believe we have documentation of that.
Referral now. Caseload just in case.
Sure.
I'm looking like.
All right. We'll do compliance with Center for Healthcare Services. I'll put that in there just in case she is with them. And then I'll do a MIC evaluation, and that can be out of custody.
She's already got the MIC evaluation, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure she stays on.
All right. I'll put on the mental impairment caseload. Mental impairment caseload.
Your Honor, can I have that document, copy of the police?
Yes, your attorney will be able to get that to you. What will end up happening is all the conditions that I'm giving you,
Yes.
probation is writing them down, and we'll make sure that you have a copy of that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Anything else from either side?
Not from the fence.
All right, Ms. Cherry, is there anything else you need from the court?
Oh, thank you.
All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to make sure that you stay in contact with probation. If for any reason you have an issue with probation or you don't remember, did I report, did I not report, just come back to this specific courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Porter. All right, and what is the current condition of the child? Injury by omission to a child. That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison. This is versus Norma Elizondo. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson for
Oh, no,
state.
the other one. For plea.
Miguel Hernandez for the defense.
All right, and are you Norma Elizondo?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you're charged with assault, intentionally and knowingly, serious bodily injury by omission to a child. That's a first degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I don't want to go into trial.
All right. So did you intend to give up those rights and enter into this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
To the plea, the punishment is to be assessed at 30 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense? State?
Yes, girl.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are your.
All right. And what is the current condition of the child?
She is she's recovering, Your Honor.
All right. All right. The court will follow your plea bargain agreement, sentence you to 30 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, you're.
Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? I'm sorry. One other thing that I'm going to add to her sentencing is there's to be no contact